Let's see if people actually show up. Hello, Omega King. You are the first one in the stream. Congratulations. And you gave me a like too. Look how nice you are. I'm bored. I'm bored too, hence why I'm here. Hello, everyone. The Canadian Experience, welcome. Hello, Alexander. Hello, Moon E-Boy. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Can't be too loud. I'm in currently a military accommodation hotel. I'm on a military training weekend. It's kind of a different exercise to what I'm used to for sure. Not a field exercise, but it's really cool. Thanks, Alexander. I appreciate that. Hey, E-Boy Maddie. Is that a condominium? No, it's not. It's just a hotel. It's a military hotel. Matt, has the military ever brought you down to Windsor? No, they have not. Just came home from church. Cool, man. Cool. I'm a US Armed Forces retired veteran. Thank you for your service, Timothy. Thank you, Stafford. Appreciate that. I live in Southern Alberta, Canada. Awesome, Chase. Welcome, dude. Welcome. My new tattoo, everyone. If you can see that, it's my new tattoo. What do you think? You like that? Good tattoo? Not good tattoo? I kind of like it. I think it's badass. Ooh. There we go. That is my new tattoo, folks. It's still in healing stage, so it's got a little bit of healing to do, but thank you. I appreciate that. So what have you all been up to this weekend? Anything special? Hey, love your videos, watched them on deployment. That's awesome, man. I just had a talk with Ram, that one Canadian dude on Discord. He told me you guys that you have destroyers anymore. I'm very confused. I don't know much about the Canadian Navy, honestly. I literally just joined the military down here in Windsor because of your videos. That's awesome, Zach. Proud of you, man. Good job. Reserve Force Armored Soldier. Sweet, man. That's sweet. Sorry I keep missing your vids. I hope you and your hope for YouTube. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that very much. You're starting to look like Captain Price with that beard. I don't know if that's quite the case, but okay, we're just going to get rid of you because you're annoying. Let's just hide user on this channel. There we go. Goodbye. Matsimus, I wanted to ask you since I first subbed, what is the name of your epic intro song? It is called If I Were Alone Tonight by Danny Olson. So you have a mixtape stream? Yeah, I always stop by on mixtape streams. Bob Semple passed away. What you doing, Brother Matsimus? Limescale, I'm on a military weekend doing some training. Some sort of training. I'm doing more sort of a learning weekend, a conference weekend that I have. Matt, you're the god of all Canadians with that beard. I don't know about that. There's some very nice Canadian beards out there. Mine's certainly not very special. Have you ever thought about special forces? Yes, but I'm not quite at the stage in my life that I'm ready to take on that. So in the future, maybe, but not right now. Army life's going good, busy, lots going on. This is a unique weekend for me to go away on. I've never been on a weekend like this before, where I get to sort of stand in some very high level meetings. I actually had a general speaking to me today, which was pretty cool. The highest rank of the Canadian Army having a chat with me today, so that was really cool. I found some fellow fans, which was always nice to see, some Matsimus Legion fans that wanted to say hello, so that's always cool. So yeah, are you and the missus thinking of starting a family? I actually already have a family, so damn, a general, yeah, I got to meet a general today, so it was pretty cool, pretty unique. So hello, Crazy Panda. My dad is actually in the Philippine Air Force. That's awesome, man. It's really cool. What did the Philippine Air Force even fly? MiG-7s? That's a very old aircraft. Sorry, just got here. You're Canadian. Yes, Brad. I'm Canadian, British Canadian. Was British, now Canadian, living in Canada. I can't tell you which general it was, but I did have a general give me a brief today, so it was really cool. What are your thoughts on the US changing to the 6.8mm, the 5.6? I'm going to do a video on it in the future, Trevor. Just haven't got around to doing it, so. This chat is great about military. This chat is great about military. Yes, indeed, it is about military. Hello, Daryl. Welcome, buddy. I want to join the army and go into war to save people, to help get to bad people and protect and serve Canada. That's awesome, man. Good for you. FA50 is the Philippine Air Force. Okay, cool. Have you heard of the YouTube channel Angry Cops? Yes, I love Angry Cops. He's a wicked guy. He's got an awesome channel, really cool channel. Brad, my job is I'm an artillery gunner. I'm a bombardier in the artillery, Royal Canadian Artillery. But this is a unique weekend for me. I got invited to something a little different, so it's fun. Thank you, Premier League. I appreciate that very much. How are the rations? We get good food here. I'm actually currently eating in the mess hall, which is always nice. I'm not having to eat rations this weekend, which is cool. So, forward lookout. No, I'm not doing my OP course. No, but I'm on an influence exercise. So I'm learning about how the military create influence on things. So totally unique, totally different to what I'm used to. But it's a lot of fun. Learn something new. So I got to meet some really high brass today. You know, top brass generals and captains and majors and all sorts of colonels, and really, really cool. So. What is the age limit for the entry into the Canadian Army? I actually don't know that question right now, but I can try and find out for you. I don't know what the cutoff age is. I'm sorry. I don't want to give you misinformation. I'm presuming it's going to be around late 40s. But I mean, the British Army has just announced that they're going to bring people into the forces at 54 years old. Like, I don't know if I want to rejoin the army at 54 years old. That's kind of crazy for me. Oh, there you go. Cutoff age in the CAF is 55. Matt going to be the next admin on the Canadian Facebook page? No, definitely not me. No. Have you ever worked with US artillery? I have not worked with US artillery before. No, but it will be very fun to try. The British Army put Milan anti-tank weapons on the Bren carrier. Be too cumbersome. I think Milan's a little bit too dated to be putting on it. A Bren carrier, and a Bren carrier for that matter is too dated. Hello, Nicole. Welcome. Would you do a collab or video with Angry Cops? Yes, but he's a big-time YouTuber. I'm a medium-time YouTuber, so I don't think I'm ever going to get the likelihood of being able to do a live stream or any kind of collab with Angry Cops. He's a busy man. I know he's got a lot going on with his channel, and he's killing it. So good for him, but I don't think he's going to do a collab with me. You got to remember that it's got to be beneficial for big YouTubers for them to do something with smaller ones. So, and I'm not going to create any added value to his channel. So, me and my friends are looking into Vietnam era airsoft. That'd be interesting. Have you ever worked with the LDSH guys? A few times, a couple of times. I love the beard. How long have you had it? I've had it for probably about 2-3 months now. It's not growing big, but it's there. So. It's driving me nuts, actually. I think sooner or later I'm going to cut it off because it's just driving me insane. I'm not used to having a beard. This is the first time I've been able to grow it this long, so yeah. My brother's US Artillery National Guard. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. Visa. Thank you for your service. Be safe. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Pretty cute, not going to lie. I am not pretty cute. Please don't cut it. Why, you don't want me to cut my beard? Have you talked to any fellow Brits or currently in the French Foreign Legion? No, I know no one in the French Foreign Legion. A lot of people ask me that question. I don't have any friends in the French Foreign Legion. I know people who have applied and never got through or just gave up, but I don't know anyone who's actively serving. So, is Matsimus staying this time? I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep it or not. It's tough. I feel like I should keep it, but at the same instance, it does drive me nuts. So. You're right, you're not pretty cute, you're very cute. Oh my goodness, guys, really though. Don't cut it, your beauty mark is on point also. I don't think that's quite a beauty mark, I think it's just a freckle, but okay. Has anyone mistaken you for an Irish lad? No. I don't come across Irish in any way, shape or form, so I don't know why I would come across as Irish, but are you allowed beards in the CAF? Well, the video is titled Army Weekend, and I have a beard. I didn't grow this overnight, so yes, we are allowed beards in the Canadian Armed Forces under the Beard for Gen administration. So yes, there's some rules. You can't grow it beyond 2 centimeters in thickness. Nicole, I am 31. I want to join the army, but I'm not very fit. Is there anything you can recommend me? Get into the gym, man. There's 1,000 things you can look online to getting fit for the military. I'm not going to explain it in this video. You really just need to commit and get out there and go to the gym, do runs, just focus on getting fit. There's not much else to it really. So you look full grown, don't cut that beard. Well, we'll think about it. I'll consider it. In terms of modifications to my body, this is my new tattoo, folks. I don't know if I've shown many of you on the channel yet, but I'm super proud of it. It's still in healing mode right now. It's not looking as great as it could, but to me, it looks really, really nice. He's done a fantastic job of it, so, which is matching all the rest of my other tattoo, and lots of room to. He didn't do the entire arm, which I asked him not to. I want to put something on my wrist and kind of fill this area up. So yeah, we got a little ways to go yet, but it looks really cool. And then of course you have my other tattoos that kind of coincide with other things, but for the most part, he's done a very good job. I like the red and black, of course, the desert rats, the eye. But, yeah, gotta be careful as I change my orientation here. How's it like being an infantry rifleman compared to artillery? I wouldn't know because I'm not an infantryman. I don't know how you expect me to answer some of these questions, guys. I'm trying to keep up with your comments too. You guys are slamming me with comments tonight. This is a great study break while I'm working on my Boeing presentation. Eef. Boeing, I'm having a rough time right now. I shaved after I got tired of it not being able to shovel food without a mess. Yeah, I know. Charlie is sitting at home with the family, yeah. Thank you for your service. Why the different background? What do you mean different background? It's just a wall. It's just the corner of the light. It's just the lighting. It's because this is a corner. So one wall's green and one wall's like, I don't know, like light beige. I don't know. Are you artillery, station or mobile artillery? I'm field artillery, so it's still mobile, but I, for the most part, work. Your tattoos say you're a pirate at heart. Very handsome. Thank you, Nicole. Field artillery is still mobile. This is not as mobile as self-propelled artillery. So, in fact, there's a M109. I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can see it. I don't know if we'll be able to see the M109 out on the parade square here. No, we're on the wrong side. Unfortunately, you're not going to see it from here. But there's an old M109, Canadian M109, which is a self-propelled howitzer that we used to use. And I'm going to get a picture with it tomorrow. I'll put it on the Facebook there and on the YouTube channel, I guess community tab. Will you do another shooting video with your guns? I guess I have to, really, because sooner or later my guns will eventually have to be handed over to the Canadian government, which I'm not talking about right now, but yes, I will be doing some more shooting with the rifle, because sooner or later it'll have to go, so. Have you had a chance to climb around a Leopard 2? No, but there are Leopard 2s just down the road from me in the facility, or in the camp that I'm in right now, so it would be really cool to stop by and check out the Leopards, but I don't think it's going to happen this weekend, unfortunately, so. Yes, Timothy, we use the 105mm howitzers. Would you do a video on the Zumwalt class destroyers? I could. I'll definitely get around to it. Are there any other Canadian Army YouTubers? There is a couple. They're kind of growing, and I'm trying to help actively promote them because, you know, we're all a team here at the end of the day. But I don't think there's any big-time YouTubers right now in the Canadian world, so... can we send you ammo from the US? What's the legality of that? You cannot send me ammo from the US, unfortunately. That's illegal. So no, you cannot. The SPG by the French Grey, that's right. Can you own a gun in your civilian life when you're in the army? Yes, you can. Yes, you certainly can. In Canada, currently, right now, you can own firearms. Oh, Canada, thank you for whipping this young man into shape. My goodness. Coronavirus, yeah, it's kind of crazy, hey? Kind of interesting. What makes me laugh is so many people are in such panic about the coronavirus, yet the common flu has killed more people than nearly almost most diseases that come across in this same fashion. The coronavirus is an interesting one because the area in which it came from, you look at all the menus of the things they've been cooking and you're like, how did we not see this happen? How did this not get controlled? You know, but it is what it is. I just hope that no one else has to pass away. It's sad to see that people are passing away. It's a terrible situation, but, you know, let's hope people get better and, you know, it doesn't spread. It's kind of horrible to see that. Do Canadians wear ushankers? I don't think so. We wear toques and gloves and mittens. Yeah, I don't think we wear those. Can you volunteer for deployments being in the reserves? Certainly you can. If you want to deploy, we actually, a good friend of mine, just came back from a deployment. So yeah, you could definitely deploy. 100% you can. Chungus yeah, the Chungus is back. What do you think of Carl Gustav recoilless rifle? Epic Gamer, I've done a video on that. So you guys need to stop asking questions about stuff I've done or not done and take like 10 seconds of your time and search it in YouTube first. You're trying so hard not to laugh. Yeah, I guess. Do you play DCS? I don't, because it's one of those games that takes a long time to learn. In fact, one of the individuals who I'm traveling... Hello, Kathy. One of the individuals I'm traveling with this weekend, or on this weekend with the military, he is actually a pilot. And we were talking about how DCS is so apparently good at being a simulator. Hello, Cobra. Sorry to ask. I'm sure you've told everyone where you be at, bro. I'm currently in Edmonton, CFB Edmonton. I'm doing a influence course, which basically it's more of a seminar. I'm learning about how the military influence whatever narrative that we wish to. So really eye-opening stuff, totally different to what I'm used to. It's not really an exercise, so to speak. In fact, the rest of my battery are doing a winter warfare exercise right now in these snowy, cold conditions, doing like winter survival training. So I'm sure many of them, if they're watching this or have watched this in the past, are probably very upset that I'm not in the field with them. And instead, I'm, in a nice hotel room, able to drink a beer. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain, but it does, it's a little upsetting. I do like being with the guys and being in the field with them. So I was given a good opportunity to be involved in something completely different. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to take this opportunity. The reason why I think I was approached to do this is because I do have some influence in the way in which I approach social media with you guys. So it's a good thing to have. It's totally unique to what I'm used to, totally out of my comfort zone. But the seminars are very eye-opening, lots of information, lots of information to absorb that I've got to kind of decipher. Is this maybe a route I want to go? Is this a part of the military that I want to go down? So the intelligence side of things. I don't know yet. I've got a lot of questions to ask, but really cool stuff to be taught about this weekend. So I was blessed to be able to take part in this weekend. Yeah, definitely options open. It does open up some doors, psyops, intelligence, CIMIC, all that sort of stuff. So really cool stuff that I need to just kind of learn a little bit more about, I guess, before I start making some decisions, because I am proud to be a gunner. I enjoy being in the guns, but if there's other interesting things that are more beneficial for my career, then I'll take a look at it. So thank you, Cobra. Matt is my Canadian spirit animal. That's funny. You would be an awesome influence for the army and the military. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. What's the differences you see being Canadian and in the UK? Do you prefer being in the UK or Canada? I prefer being in Canada, hence why I'm still here. I love living here. It's a beautiful place to live. So I won't be going home anytime soon, to be honest with you. At the assessment centre, is it easy to socialise with people you're sharing a room with? You don't have a choice. You're going to have to accept that you will need to socialise and get used to being out of your comfort zone and meeting new people. Welcome to the army. There's a number of times I've been shoved into rooms with people who I really just don't want to get to know, but you get to know them and you make the most of it and you get on with it. That's what the army's all about. So, do you like chicken or waffles, Matt? I like both. Oilers making the playoffs, yes or no? I mean, I'm an Oilers fan. First game I ever watched was the Oilers versus the Stars. It was a fun hockey match to watch, but yeah, I don't follow hockey that much. So, are you a full Canadian citizen? Yes, I am. You have to be a part of the Canadian Armed Forces, so I'm a full Canadian citizen here. So, boxing or MMA? I don't really follow fighting anymore so much. I do like boxing because I feel it's just a little less brutal. I'm not into blood being poured all over the mat and getting your head caved in, but sometimes it's fun watching it too. So, what's the difference between hockey, Canadian, and US hockey? I have no idea. There is a difference. Can you ever be forced to be deployed somewhere? As a reservist, no. As a reservist, you choose to deploy or not. As a full-time soldier, yes, you are required as per contract and per your allegiance to the Queen to deploy. So if you've been asked to deploy, unless there is unforeseen circumstances or particular reasons as to why you can't that are legitimate, then you can obviously not have to go. But if you're being requested by the military to do your job, which is at the end of the day to deploy, then you need to deploy. And you don't really have a choice about that, unfortunately. That's what you sign up for. So that's why I ask people, if you're going to join the army, they always say, what tips do I need to join? You really need to think about, is that something that you want to do? So, yeah. What was your inspiration, motivation for your channel? I started off making video games, like low-key video game footage. I played a game called Steel Beast Pro, which I don't play much anymore because the developer and the community of that game got very toxic at me, and I wasn't having it. I'm like, you know what? I promoted this game for the last 3 years very positively in a good light, and I made one small mistake on a live stream and they just burnt me to the ground. So, but that game and the gameplay I had of that game brought me into some pretty good views and some pretty good promotion of my channel. And then I just kind of took it from there, talking about tanks and stuff and military equipment. And it just kind of snowballed, I guess. So yeah, I kind of started it was gaming. Hence why a lot of my tags and some of my original channel names you'll see back and forth now and then of Matsimus Gaming. It was never just Matsimus. It used to be Matsimus Gaming. So yeah, so it's kind of different now. I'm not a gaming channel, that's for sure. Matsimus, is it a good idea to put an M777? Do you fire it straight away without setting up the howitzer? Well, I mean, define setting up. I mean, you should never shoot the gun while attached to a truck. That would be stupid. But yes, setting up the guns like those guns take a lot of time. Do Canadians like dog sledding like Alaskans? I don't think it's that they don't like it. I think they like doing it, those that do it. But I don't see many people dog sledding out here, to be honest with you. Do you ever go up against tow missiles? No, I did not have tow missiles fired at me. I would be pretty terrified if I was. What's your opinion on airsoft? Would you ever try it? Ghost Gilly, I would love to try airsoft, honestly. I don't have the people to play it with. I don't have the community around me to play it with. I don't have the places to play it. I don't have the money to afford the equipment to play it, even though I own an airsoft rifle, which is my L85, but that's purely for show. But yeah, I have no disrespect for airsofters. If that's what floats your boat, then go for it, man. It's almost funny when people make fun of airsofters, like, oh, they're just kids that live in the basement. Yeah, but you're a guy on a computer making fun of a kid going out and doing what I did as a kid, which was run around in the woods with sticks pretending to be soldiers. Now I'm a natural soldier, so I don't see the problem with it. A lot of people get really upset with airsofters. Like, get over it, guys, come on. What's it like being an armoured soldier? I was never a truly armoured soldier, so to speak. I was an armoured repair soldier, so kind of a different kind of environment. Similar, but not the exact same. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of experience around different vehicles being in an armoured repair variant. You need to be comfortable in confined spaces. You need to be comfortable in loud environments. You need to be comfortable in oily, gross, fuely, smelly environments, hot environments. Being an armoured crewman can be very stressful, but it's very rewarding too, being able to drive 35 tons of armour across the field at 40 k's an hour. Trust me, the hairs on the back of your neck will stand up for sure. What foreign weapon do you like to fire? I haven't fired that many foreign weapons, so I wouldn't really know. What do you think is the best tank of World War II versus today's tanks? I don't know. I like the Sherman. The Sherman is, to me, a stellar, exemplary example of a tank that won the war, really, just like the T-34. Mouse House. This is funny. Well, 87 of you have decided to show up tonight, which is pretty cool. 5:36 in the morning, please. Back to my queue. Maz, it true that you play airsoft, you would spawn camp in the corner? Yeah, that's what I do. I just spawn camp. That's funny. Hello there, welcome. Hey Matt, it's warm as heck in Alberta finally. Yeah, Sean, it's nice actually. We've got some really nice weather. Beautiful out here. It's in the pluses. I was expecting to come to Edmonton and it'd be like minus 40. It's not. It's beautiful out. So, GG vibes. Do you like me? Well, I don't know who you are, so it's hard to say if I like you or not. It's almost surreal chatting with you in real time. Oh, I'm glad you feel that way, Epic Gamer. Why did you not join the Canadian Navy? Not my style. Definitely not what I wanted to be ever. Wave your arms so I know you're real. Yeah. It's so weird. Any hazing stories for the army? Yeah, hazing was a thing in the British Army. I will not deny that. I'm not going to tell you stories about it, but yeah, it doesn't really. I don't see that anymore. And it's a good thing. I think the culture needs to change, and it has changed. So yeah, Matt, what do you think if the Canadian military accepted permanent residence like U.S. Marine Corps? I don't know, man. I waited 4 years to get into the Canadian Armed Forces. For me, so I don't know. I feel like being a citizen is a requirement. I don't think it should be something that's bypassed. I don't think we should dilute the process just to get people in quicker. I worked my socks off to get into the Canadian Armed Forces, so sometimes you just got to be patient, you know. And I don't think bypassing due diligence of bringing people in as a citizen of a nation should be, you know, it's just that's the way I am. Any thoughts about doing a video on the RCMP? Yeah, I could definitely look at doing that in the future. I don't know much about the RCMP. I'm not really a cop. So yeah, it's kind of different. Pork and Beans, you are the person who convinced me to join, and now I have made an application. Well, that's awesome, Pork and Beans. Really happy for you. Awesome name, by the way. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So you skipped my comment. Yeah, Kathy, you got to be careful what you're asking on my stream. You're not on Raging Humanists streams anymore. So you just got to be really careful what you're asking because I'm still serving. So you know, I know raging streams get really intense, really, you know, interesting sometimes. Sadly, as much as I want to be like that, I can't. So just gotta be careful what you're posting. It's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just I gotta be side on the urge on the side of caution. Okay, so don't take it personally. It's the way it is. How's the military keep up with their force strength? I don't know what you mean by that question. Have you finally been to CFP Edmonton? Come see the Strathconas. I would love to, Sean. I am in CFP Edmonton. It's not finally. I have been here many times before, but most of the time I'm doing my own thing. But it would be nice to really come see the Lord Strathconas, see those Leopard 2s, but I don't think I'm going to have time tomorrow. If there's the ability to, then I would love to, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, yeah, it took me 4 years to join, roughly about 3 years. 3 and a bit years because of paperwork and my security checks and just all sorts of craziness. But it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it, really. It's water under the bridge. I'm in now. Can't bitch. Here I am. So we're watching Captain Price answering questions. Well, I'd have to have a Scottish accent to be Captain Price. So how does the military keep up their forced strength? I don't know what do you mean by forced strength. When are you coming to Ontario again? I am coming to Ontario, well, not Ontario, I'm going to Montreal in the middle of Feb. So I'll actually be coming to Montreal to do some business trips, so. Were you actually chosen to join the Armored Regiment over the Parachute Regiment in the British Army? Why did you actually choose? I never actually wanted to be a para. Originally, I wanted to be a Royal Marine back when I was a lot younger. Chose against it because I wanted to work with tanks. I started looking into, you know, museums and stuff, and I saw tanks, and I was like, this is where I want to be. I went to the recruiting center, and they said, you want to be Armored Corps, or do you want to be repairing Armored Corps and get something out of it? So I said, cool, let's do it. I went to the REME, and that's how I went. So after 4 years to join, how does the Canadian military keep up with their force strength? I have no idea what the hell you mean by force strength. I don't know what that means. You can keep asking 1,000 times. I have no idea what you're meaning by force strength. Keep up force strength. What is force strength? Do you have any personal experience with PTSD and friends? How's that regarded in Canada? Probably not the best question to ask people. Honestly, it's not a conversation a lot of people like to have. I don't mind myself. I'm not going to talk about it in a live stream, honestly, right now with strangers because it's a very personalized thing. Canada does work very hard to help our veterans with PTSD. There's a lot of resources now happening. But I mean, I'm not going to start discussing PTSD with you guys right now because it's not where I'm flying with this. So I think it means the number of soldiers currently in the Canadian military. So how does Canada keep up with keeping soldiers in the military? I still don't understand the question. What is the Canadian equivalent of a Jody? We don't have Jodies. It's not a thing here. We don't have that culture from, you know, the U.S. Marine Corps. Some guy, you know, messing around with your girl behind when you've left on deployment. We don't have that. That's just a blame. That's just someone blaming. So, I am not a US Army soldier. No, I am not. Hello, Declan Riley. Hello, Sith Trooper. 91 of you have decided to show up. It's kind of interesting. It's going good, Connor. How's yours? He is an urban myth. Hello there, Luna X Gaming. What? After 4 years, Boots, how can I even keep up? The Strathcona's 3/4 of the Leopard 2s are in the shops right now. Interesting. Force strength. Timothy, you could just ask it all day. Why does the Canadian Army want more soldiers? Well, just like any military, we do have attrition, which means people leave due to whatever reason they have. Just like any military around the world, every military is recruiting to keep their numbers up and to keep their, requisite levels up. So, of course, recruitment is ongoing all the time. So, hello, Sith Trooper. It's going good. How are you? Yeah, I saw the Space Force's new logo. It's kind of interesting. I'd love to be in the American Army, but I'm Chinese. Well, welcome. Hello from Canada. It took Matt 4 years because he was not born in Canada. That is correct. What is going on with this chat? I have no idea. There's some interesting stuff going on here. Have you ever been in a res? I don't know what res is. It's 10 p.m. right now. It's actually 9:45 for me. Where was the Discord ping? What Discord ping? Did it not show up? That sucks. If one of my mods could put it in Discord and ping that for me, please, I would appreciate it. What is the Canadian equivalent to the Marines? We don't have Marines here in Canada. We don't have a shock force like the Parachute Regiment or the Marines. We have specialized brigades that are designed to be quick reaction, like the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry, Royal Canadian Regiment, the Vandus, all those sort of infantry regiments. And then we have armored armored companies and regiments that support that. So we make battle groups. We make battle groups out of different units. So, but we don't have a parachute regiment specifically. We used to, and we don't have. Timothy, you're really annoying me, dude. Like, I don't understand what your problem is. We do have airborne trained soldiers, but we don't have parachute regiment, and we don't have Marines. So. Canadian forces offered me a position in artillery to start. I didn't accept it because of all the stories of people losing their hearings. Yeah, no, we don't have that. Like, you wear ear protection. It's good. You'll be fine. You're not going to go deaf. It's not, you're not firing like 1,000 rounds in World War II and World War One. If you look after your hearing with correct ear protection, you'll be just fine. I'm currently an artillery gunner in the Royal Canadian Artillery as a bombardier. Running with the C3 howitzer 105mm gun. And this weekend I'm on a seminar weekend, so 3PP Sly is a para unit. Yes, they are, but they're not classified as a parachute regiment, right? They're not a standalone regiment. They're part of a regiment that has a specialized company, right? So. Ever for regular forces, no issue with hearing loss in artillery. I'm not saying there's no risk with hearing loss. Of course, when you work with things that create, explosions that send projectiles 11 kilometers downrange or further, you're going to have risk of hearing loss. What I'm saying is that don't let that deter you from joining the artillery, because there are measures in place to protect your hearing, and you also need to use your common sense, right? So, take care, Brandon. Chat went quiet and silent. He's a corporal. Did I annoy you, man? No, it doesn't bother me. I'm not one of those people that correct people. It's like, I'm actually a bombardier. It's like, no, whatever. It's not a big deal. Like, if it's a brand new private and they're like, oh, hello, corporal. It's like, okay, we're in the artillery now. That's not what we call corporals. They call bombardiers. But if it's like, some sergeant and he doesn't see my tag underneath my rank, it's like, who cares? It's just more awkward if you try to call it. Sherlock, I'm a bombardier, which is a corporal equivalent in the artillery. So, what caliber is mostly used in snipers? Just wondering. It varies, man. It depends on the kind of sniper being used. It can be a 308, or it could be 338 Lapua. It Could be a 50 cal. There's lots of different options. Devon, Charlie's doing good, although I don't know right now. He's back home with my family. So I spoke to a retired artillery officer once. I had to tell him, I had to yell for him to hear. Yeah, I mean, the older generation weren't given the right ear protection sometimes around the world in the artillery community to protect their hearing. Now there's a lot of EHS and health and safety considerations and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying when you join the artillery you don't have risk of becoming deaf. What I'm saying is if you're smart about it and you listen to the directions given to you for hearing protection, irony of me saying that statement, is that you will be able to protect your hearing. So I thought about joining the Canadian Army Reserves when I was younger, but after some serious thought, I thought against it. Oh, okay, well, fair enough, each of their own. Does the Canadian Army use any weapons that the British Army use? We use the M250 caliber, similar to the to the Americans. Brits use it too. We don't have any specific British weapons, so no, other than the GPMG or the C6 that we call it. What is the standard charge for the artillery? Asking for a friend. We tend to not use charge 5 because charge 5 is an awkward charge bag to use. Anything from 1 to 4 and then 6 to 7. Charge 7 sends around pretty much supersonic. That's the most propellant you can put inside of a charge into a cartridge. But charge 5 is a hokey charge bag to use, just to the way in which it affects the. It's just I think from what I've been told is charge 5 is a very awkward charge bag to work with in terms of the amount of propellant that's put behind a round. So, don't the Canadian and British Army use the C8 carbine? Yes, but the Canadian Army. Hello, Cade. The British Army doesn't really use the C8. It's actually the Royal Navy and the Royal Marines that use the C8 on specialist operations, and then the British Army Pathfinders may also use the C8. So, why have they not developed a 120mm howitzer? There's no requirement for 120mm. We have, hey, CK16, we have the 105mm and then the 155mm. There wouldn't be a requirement for the 120. Antonio, yes, I do miss the L85 for sure. Have you ever worked with the 15th Field Artillery Regiment? Because that's where I applied to. I have not, no. Hey, Connor, how's it going? Is it easier for infantry to get into special forces over someone in the artillery? Absolutely not. No, it's not how that works. You may have a little bit more experience being an infanteer than you would over the artillery, but that's not what classifies you as joining the special forces, so don't worry about that too much. Do mermaids wash their tails a bit? Oh god, this isn't going to go well. This is good, learning a lot about Canadian, UK, military force. Yep. You want a drill weekend or something? No, I'm actually on a seminar weekend. I'm learning about influence ops, almost like CIMIC, PsyOps kind of things. Kind of interesting, so it's cool. Oh my god, Nicole, what is happening? Do you guys still have a power battery? Australia got rid of theirs. We do not have airborne parachute regiment or power batteries anymore. There was actually a parachute course being run within the brigade, and I really want to do it. It is my big time goal to get on a parachute course, but unfortunately I just can't get time off work for it, and I've been I'm going to miss this rotation that's coming up in the next few weeks here for the next parachute course, which I really wanted to go on. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm not going to go on that one. Maybe in the future there'll be another rotation. I think they said every 2 years they send a couple of people, but we're not talking about like 20 people being sent. We're talking about like 1 or 2 people in the brigade getting sent. So it would be nice to get my jump wings, but I don't think it's going to happen in the foreseeable future. I'm going to have to wait a little while. So Nicole with these jokes, man, what is going on? Parachute course like jump school? Yes, exactly right. It's just like jump school, so you get your wings. But unfortunately on this rotation, I'm not going to do it, so I'm going to have to miss it. How's your dog? Charlie's doing good. He's back home with my family, so. How many times do you train each year? Or train each day? I'm presuming you mean PT. I try and train at least once a day, so. I'm stuck in the middle of Nebraska for work, 7 hours home, feeling slightly depressed. Sorry to hear that, CK16. Keep your chin up, bro. Times will get better. Grass is always greener, bro. It takes a little bit more time. You don't want to laugh. I mean, they're dad jokes, man. Like, you know, what do you think of Edmonton? I've been to Edmonton many times before, Sean. This isn't my first rodeo. It's not like I've explored the northern ends of reach of Canada or sort of Alberta, and I'm like, wow, Edmonton. I've been here lots of times before. So, and CFP Edmonton, I've been here lots of times before too. So, take care, big boy. Cade, give us your best dad joke. Where'd you buy cats from? A catalogue. What's your favourite part about being in the artillery? My favourite part about being in the artillery is the fire discipline and the camaraderie that it takes to get fire discipline to work correctly. It's like working like clockwork. The synergy of working as a team. I'm unsubbing. Feel free to, man. The synergy of working as a team on the gun line is very, very different to what it is working in an armoured crew. An armoured crew, you have a little bit more free play, whereas fire discipline is so rigid. Like, there is no ifs or buts. Everything is regimed. Really, really cool. Thanks, One Mouse Gaming. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's a big part, an enjoyable part about. Yes, Nicole, you did. It's a fun part about being in the artillery for sure. So, Matt, you've inspired me to join my local unit in a few years because I'm still a bit young though. The regiment, the Calgary Highlanders. Good for you, Gaming Canuck. That's awesome. Maybe one day we'll meet if you're going to join the old Highlanders there. In the Canadian Forces, do they let you wear hiker boots? No, there is a specific boot for Gen that tells you which boots you can and cannot wear. So, hey, Matsimus, I'm graduating from University of Calgary with a degree in mechanical engineering this spring. I would love some tips for joining reserves. Hey, super me up. That's awesome, man. That's really good for you. I'm presuming you're probably going to go REME, and if you are, then good for you, because that was my old previous corps in the British Army. There's lots of tips I could give you right now on the stream, but honestly, I think you need to look through some of my videos that will give you some tips. The top tip for you right now is really just deciphering what you want to be in the Canadian Armed Forces and focus on that. Once you've set your goal and you're hard on something, because it's not all just up here, it needs to be in here too. Once you've set your goals on what you want to be, go for it, man. And you need to get your fitness up, you need to speak to your recruiter, do the testing, and just go all out, man. Just go for it, you'll be fine. YouTube is screwing you. There should be more people watching, giving you subscriptions. It is what it is, man. This is what happens. This is the narrative that YouTube wants. So they're not going to send traffic to me because they don't follow their narrative, their description, and that's okay. You can't bite the hand that feeds you, really, can you? But it does suck. It's not fun. Thanks, Red Ranger. I appreciate that very much. I should have 900. Will you join the Plaid Army live stream tomorrow night? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a long day for me tomorrow. I have to drive back to my local town. It's about a 6-hour drive, so we'll see. I'll be very tired. You should actually go to the US in the future. No, I'm going to stick here in Canada, but thank you, though. Captain Price beard. You realise Captain Price is first Scottish. Second of all, he has dark hair. I have fair hair. Hello, Blue Man. So I look nothing like Captain Price. Would you visit the US? I'm visiting the US actually next week. I will be heading to Disney. So yeah. If I have to wear a gas mask, I will shave my beard off, so don't worry about that. Keep your chin up, Mats. Thank you. I will try my best to keep my chin up. We got rid of all the M109s. Yeah, it's sad. It's very sad. Sing a Canadian war song. I'm going to Disneyland, not Disney World, so I'm going to California. Have you ever had a misfire? Yes, many misfires. But not negligent discharges. I think that's what you're looking for. Where in Canada do you live? I live in Alberta. Chris, I am here to give you words of praise. Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate that very much. Matt and Disney, all the subscribers waiting for me. Yeah, I'll be in Disneyland next week. So if you're in Disneyland, you never know, you might see me. Hello, Ivan Vlogs. I live in southern Alberta, so Matt's going to Disneyland. If only I could as well. Yeah, it'd be cool to go to Florida too, but hello, Josh, you muppet. Why are you not in the field right now? You should get off your phone. Thoughts on poutine? Yeah, not into gravy and cheese in the same configuration. I'm joining the CAF in Feb. Good for you, the Satonia. If you're joining the CAF, get your fitness up. That's really the biggest part of, preparing to get in is get your fitness up. So, CK15, sorry, first time this far away from home. Oh, get home. Yeah, I get that. CK16, I get it, but don't let it stress you. It's going to build your character. It's a good learning lesson for you. Good life lesson. And, sometimes those life lessons aren't easy, but you're going to come out the other end a lot stronger. Trust me on this. I know where you're at. I've been in the same place when I first got deployed to Poland for like a 4-month exercise with the British Army. It was the first time I'd ever been away properly on an isolated exercise with other people. It's a little different. It tested my character. So, but don't let it beat you down, man. It will get better. I promise you. I promise you it will. Most important question today: how does everyone cook their steak? Medium rare, baby, all the way. Have I ever been to Ireland? No, I have not been to Ireland. Did you ever visit your family in England? I don't very often. I really should. Very busy with my lifestyle. It's also extremely expensive. So we will see in the near future whether or not I can make that work. I have family all over the world. So, have you ever been to Niagara Falls? Devon, yes, I have. You can actually YouTube search in my channel, Matsimus Niagara Falls. You'll find that I actually went there. Did some live streams there actually a little while ago. Matt, I like this girl, but I just found out that she is transgender. What should I do? Matt, give me a trip. I don't know what to do. Nah, I'm going to leave that one well alone. Hey, Justin. Hi, Matt from CFB Petawawa to RCHA. You beak, brother. You beak. Hope you're having a good time out there. Hope the weather's not kicking your ass too much. We're doing pretty good here in Alberta right now. So, see you, Chris. Have a good one. What do you think of Brexit? Can't talk about Brexit. Sorry, guys. Can't talk about it at all, actually. So, Matsimus, have you ever shot a gun from the Avat or Kalashnikov family? Yes, I've fired an AK-47 before. How do you feel about Badatavats? What? What are you talking about, Nicole? You're super weird with the questions today. The weather is good here now, but it was cold last week. It was savage last week. It was like minus 28 where I was. I think it was even colder for you guys. So yeah, it's definitely bipolar weather. I will agree with you on that one. It was kind of crazy. Are you going to Wainwright? No, I'm not going to Wainwright. I'm just in CFB Edmonton this weekend, and then I'll be heading home after my weekend. So I need to go to bed in like an hour. I missed the live stream. That's okay, man. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Matt, where I am, it's minus 40. Nice. It's awesome. No Brexit because of enlistment. I can't talk about Brexit because it's a political environment, and I can't talk about politics within my job role. So I'm from Buffalo, New York, practically Canadian. How are the rules about filming about in the Canadian Army? You've got to stay in your lane. You've got to be careful as to what you're talking about. I try my best to stay within the boundaries of what I know is right and wrong. But you just got to be careful and smart with it. So I know this sounds dumb as hell, but have you worked before with the US Marines? Yes, I have. In Afghanistan, I was attached with a small section of Marines that was with our company, with the Armored Infantry in the British Army. So yes, I have worked with the US Marines before. Great bunch of dudes. Really, really cool. Have you ever launched pumpkins out of a legit artillery? No. I have not at all done that. Any reason why you didn't stay in the British Army and move to artillery? Good question, Antonio. Really good question. I have done a video on as to why I left the British Army. You can go look that up. But for the most part, it is just because I just wanted to change. I wanted to try something different and move to a new country, and Canada was perfect for it. So, what did you do as a kid? I don't know what that means. Why the low voice? I don't have a low voice. This is my voice. Am I supposed to talk like this? Am I supposed to talk very high-pitched? Is that how I normally talk? Really high-pitched? This is how I talk. This is my voice. Did some exercise with the French military. That's cool. Very cool. Greetings from Germany. Hello, welcome. How many spud guns have you made since coming to Canada? 0. Such a random question. Recommendations on infantry or artillery? I got offered an artillery spot starting as soon as possible. It's good. It's up to you, Max. I mean, you really need to decipher what you want to be. I can't tell you what you should be. Did I grow up in Canada? No, I grew up in the UK. I moved over to Canada in 2011. I left the UK in 2004 and never came back. Do I hunt? I don't hunt, no. Hello, spirits. Morning, UK, Matt. Beard is looking good. Thank you. Appreciate that. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Should probably call it quits here soon. It's getting late. I don't want to keep talking and waking people up. So, if so, do they have the same program as Boy Scouts there? like in the UK. We have Boy Scouts in the UK and in Canada. Do you know a bit about the role of the seeker in the CAF communications? I don't. I've learned a little bit about it today, but not much. Neato. Who even says Neato anymore? Neato. It's 9 o'clock in California. I'm going to be in California next week, so we'll see how that goes. Do you have MREs? Not right now. I'm in a hotel room. This is my hotel room. I have a room all to myself as a bombardier. Can't really complain about that, can I really? Do you like shepherd's pie? Shepherd's pie? Not really, no. Take care, long lost the Robin. What do you think about the cadet program? The Canadian cadet program is pretty cool. It's a good youth group. I wish they could be more involved with the CAF, but you know, there's some background as to why that's not the case. But the British cadets, I mean, crap. We were literally doing what I do today in the reserve force. So, Bockerman, I am in Edmonton right now. Don't you wish the barracks were that nice? I don't live on barracks. Of course, I'm a reservist, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, this would be a really nice room to have if I was serving back in my British Army days. Every room I had in the British Army was shared. I never got my Z-type accommodation that everybody else got. So your favorite food is what? My favorite food is curry. I really like curry. Have you used or fly Sith one of? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're trying to say there. It's 5 a.m. in Northern Ireland. Why are you up so early? I'm in the cadets and we get to meet the regiment we're based off in April. Cool, man. It's awesome. Have you ever tried borscht? Yes. Thoughts on McDonald's? Well, Joshua, you love McDonald's. I know you do because you go there every night with all your buddies, parking up side by side, eat McDonald's through the windows and chat about how cool you are. Just tell them the truth there, man. Yeah, you do. There's no point lying to me, man. I know you do it. If you could time travel, what battle war would you participate in? Such a weird question, but a cool one. I don't think I want to participate in any war and going back in time. There's a lot of other things I'd like to time travel for, and it certainly wouldn't be to go to war. Take care, Connor. All the best, dude. What are your thoughts on America? Such a broad question. I mean, America? I'll buy you a drink next night. Yeah, sure you will. You buy me a freaking Coke at McDonald's. Cali sucks. There's a lot of people have said that. I mean, I'm going to Disney, so it shouldn't be too bad. Shoulder-mounted artillery, anyone? What are the rules of war? What rules of war change, if any? I mean, no one wants to go to war. You shouldn't, in my eyes. You shouldn't really want to go to war, but hence why I can't really talk about rules of war. Looks like you need a sponsor for dollarshaveclub.com. Yes, indeed. Will we see another Gordon Ramsay stream? Yes, you will in the future. What's your favorite alcoholic beverage? Somersby, actually. I have a Somersby that I haven't opened yet. I've already drank 2 of them, but I haven't opened the other one yet. So, how was your first experience trying borscht? It was good. I enjoyed it. It was nice. I like cider. I do like my ciders. I'm not a beer man. Have you ever been ice fishing? Yes, I have. I really didn't like it. I didn't see the point in it any way, shape, or form. I sat there for like the whole day ice fishing and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was so dumb. I'm like, why am I sitting here freezing my ass off to catch one fish to put it back again? No. I'll fish in the summer, thanks, when it's warm. I mean, it's a Canadian thing. I get it. I get that you guys love it. I just... doesn't appeal to me. I just don't get the principle of it. But I'm British and I'm weird, so... What made you choose the Canadian artillery? It was my primary choice in the city that I lived in, so I didn't really have a huge choice to choose from. And my grandfather was a Canadian it was Royal Artillery in the British Army many years ago, so I thought I'd kind of follow the legacy of him a little bit. I'm Russian, by the way. Nice to meet you. Welcome. What time is it where you live? It's currently 10 after 10 at night. Do you smoke weed? No, I do not smoke weed. Nicole, do you eat beer? I don't eat. You don't eat beer. Your questions are the weirdest. What are the Canadian MPs like? Just like any other MP, they're cops, right? Cops are cops. Where are you at right now? I'm in Edmonton. Besides baby wipes, what creature comfort should you always bring in the field with your option? Baby wipes is a big one. I mean, I just did a video recently on things that you should bring into the field, so maybe you should go check that out. Cade, our drinking age here in Alberta is 18, so. Have you ever tried weed? No, I've never tried any drugs. Sheldrake, you don't have to delete that, dude. Relax. It's all good. I appreciate it, but you don't have to ask. You don't have to delete that. You're just scared to answer them. No, they're weird. They're legit super weird. Like, ask normal questions. Will the Canadian Air Force work with Boeing and Airbus for its new? I don't know. I have no idea. If that Canadian procurement is something, again, I can't really talk about. Have you ever worked with a GPS artillery equipment? That your thoughts? I haven't, Anton. I've never worked with any GPS related artillery stuff yet. Maybe in the future I'll be able to convert to M777 on the 155mm howitzer, but right now I don't use anything other than bearings, angles, and collimeters for my recording of the gun. So, as an artilleryman, have you ever been scared of dropping fire down on friendly forces? Not really. We have a very robust fire discipline routine and process that we follow, but I mean, there's always risk of anything that you do in the armed forces could go wrong, but you just do your job that you've been trained and you follow the process and you should be fine. Hello, Jesus. What do you do with a drunken artilleryman? Give him another beer. I don't know, I'm just kidding. Oh, that's funny. Take care, Kale. What's happening with NATO? I can't really talk about that. What's with the weird questions? Warren, I don't know, man. Welcome to the stream. This is where we're at. Where do you feel more safe? In a capsule, the Armata, or the Abrams? That's a really good question. I don't know. It's hard to say. Probably I'm not going to comment on that one. Would you play War Thunder with the Devil Dog Gamer? Yes, I used to watch the Devil Dog Gamer a lot. I don't so much anymore because, you know, I've got my own thing going on. But yeah, I'd love to play a war game with him one time, be fun. But he won't play with me, he's a big timer. I'm small. I'm a small fishy in the YouTube sea. Chat's gone quiet again. Never a good sign. Whip it, tank or big, really. Would you want to play War Thunder with me? Sure. One day we can play War Thunder for sure. Hey man, it's my first time being able to catch your live stream. Love the channel. Thank you, Wolf. Really appreciate that. Glad you like the channel and welcome to the stream today. Hope you're having a good one. Any quotes you live by? Yep, one right there. Bite the bullet. Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and get on with it. It's definitely words I live by. Bite the bullet. The beard regulation is that it cannot be grown any further than 2 centimeters in thickness. You must be able to trim any hairs that go between your mouth, and your neck must be clear of any excess hair or beard. So it needs to be clear here, clear here, clear here, and then it can be no thicker than 2 centimeters in thickness. What tats do you have? How many do you have? I have lots of tats. My arm's covered in tattoos. This is just one of them, I guess. This is my latest one. It's my latest tattoo. Hope you guys like it. I really like it. It's fantastic. It's still in healing mode. It's very fresh. It's still scabbing and working on getting healed up. It's very itchy right now, and I had to shave my arms. I've got ingrown hairs, and it's just that horrible stage of tattoo healing where it's just in sort of gross mode. So that's one portion of my arm. There's my artillery tattoo there. You can see all the little spots on the side there. It says Ubique, which means everywhere, which is a partial part of our motto. Compass, and my transition from the UK to Canada. The human eye. Bite the bullet. Bite the bullet. My old Armour Brigade Desert Rats. The poppy. And my hourglass, which signifies the blood of the fallen and my time of my blood running out eventually, and one day I'll join the fallen. So I'm dying. Ever thought about beard regulations in other armed forces? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, honestly. Whew. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get going because I've been streaming for a while now and I'm tired. I'm trying to get an early night here, but I appreciate you all being here on today's stream. Hopefully we'll catch you around on the next one. And yeah, that's it. If you want to be notified of any upcoming videos, you're new to the stream, make sure you hit the little bell button by the subscribe button, and yeah, get notified of some upcoming content. Hit the little like button too, if you could. Everyone just hit that like button right now. Come on, hit the thumb. Let's hit the thumb right now. Come on, come on, work with me. Hit the thumb. Come on, come on. Just hit that little like button. Hit it, smash it, punch it, beat the crap out of it. Let's hit it up. Smash, smash, smash. Hit the like. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Come on, folks. Come on, hit it. Smash it. Smash that like button. You guys are actually doing it too. That's funny. Yeah, okay. I'm going to let you guys go. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll catch you around next time. All the best. Bye-bye.